Oh. This is an Australian saltwater crocodile, and you've got to be really careful when you're dealing around these huge predators. They've got volatile speed and very, very powerful. I'm here to help humans, but also protect the crocodile.
Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, was a wildlife icon recognized around the world for his strong Aussie accent, his energetic personality, and his deep passion for wildlife. But recently, his reputation as a wildlife conservationist has come under fire by the animal rights group People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, or PETA for short. Many fans of Steve Irwin, myself included, found these comments to be disrespectful and even downright insulting to the crocodile hunter's legacy, which is why today we'll be taking a look at Steve Irwin's life and looking at the global impact he made on wildlife conservation. Steve Irwin was born in Melbourne, Australia in 1962. Steve's parents owned and operated the Queensland Reptile and Fauna Park, so naturally, he became involved with wildlife at a very early age. By the age of 6, Steve owned his first 12-foot-long python, and by the age of 9, he had already wrestled his first crocodile. As Steve grew up, he volunteered with the Queensland East Coast Crocodile Management Program to capture and relocate saltwater crocodiles from human-populated areas. Steve took over his parents' park in 1991, which later became known as the Australia Zoo. The same year that Irwin took over the reptile park, he met his wife-to-be, Terry Rains. It was love at first sight for the two wildlife enthusiasts. Steve and Terry were married in 1992, and the newlyweds spent their honeymoon trapping crocodiles together in true Irwin fashion.
Then he walked over to the feed bucket and went to grab another food item out of the bucket. And as he bent over, I went, I've really got to get to know this guy.
Mate, I was just doing my routine crocodile demos. I looked into the crowd and I've gone, have a look at this Sheila. She's just beautiful. Next thing, the crocodile's trying to kill me, so I better concentrate on what I'm doing. And I kept watching her. Sure enough, she stayed back. We started talking about some really hot wildlife issues, and I thought, wow, I can't believe I've found someone that has this passion for wildlife.
Steve and Terry's honeymoon went on to become the first episode in Irwin's smash hit TV show, The Crocodile Hunter. Steve Irwin's popularity could only go up after that, as he starred in numerous television shows, movies, documentaries, and TV specials. Before long, Steve had an audience of over 500 million viewers. With all this newfound fame came fortune, but Steve knew exactly what he was going to do with it.
What good is a fast car, a flash house, and a gold-plated dunny to me? Absolutely no good at all. I've been put on this planet to protect wildlife and wilderness areas, which in essence is going to help humanity. I want to have the purest oceans. I want to be able to drink water straight out of that creek. I want to stop the ozone layer. I want to save the world. And you know, money's great. I can't get enough money. And you know what I'm going to do with it? I'm going to buy wilderness areas with it. Every single cent I get goes straight into conservation, and guess what, Charles? I don't give a rip whose money it is, mate. I'll use it and I'll spend it on buying land.
Steve Irwin bought plots of wilderness in Australia, the United States, and in several other countries to create nature preserves and fight against deforestation. Steve Irwin wanted to get the whole planet involved in wildlife conservation. To do this, he founded several conservation groups, such as the Steve Irwin Conservation Foundation, later renamed to Wildlife Warriors Worldwide, the International Crocodile Rescue, the Ironbark Station Wildlife Rehabilitation Facility, and the Lynn Irwin Memorial Fund.
You know what? I'm really lucky. All I've got to do is be me. I don't have to act. I don't have to bung anything on. I just got to be me, and people love it. You know, like they're really being educated about wildlife, and yet they're scratching their head, going, "Is that guy crazy?" It seems to work.
Now, 13 years after Irwin's death, his influence can still be seen today. His wife Terry and their two children, Mindy and Robert Irwin, have taken on his mantle as wildlife warriors. Irwin's family and the organizations that he's founded have continued to raise conservation awareness, provide hundreds of thousands of acres for wilderness preserves, and inform the public about animals long after his death. In honor of Steve Irwin's contributions to wildlife conservation, the Australian government created and named a 334,000-acre national park, the Steve Irwin Wildlife Reserve. Additionally, the Irwin's turtle and the Crikey Steve Irwini snail were named after the wildlife warrior.
He is absolutely a wildlife warrior, and I think his passion and dedication is so wonderful for the world to see, because not only is he sincere about what he's doing for wildlife, but he's also a wonderful role model.
After taking a look at Steve Irwin's life and contributions to protecting the environment, it is undeniable that he truly was a wildlife warrior who used his passion for animals and his Aussie charm to teach millions of people to protect the world we live in.